Hey everyone, Couch Investor back to another video for today and a follow-up on the Saturday video where I basically went over a couple of reasons why I bought more shares of Tesla despite it having a weak-ish quarter. If you want more context, this video will be in the top right corner. But in this video, I want to focus on everything else that happened with Tesla during this week. Some things out of China, some interesting data out of Europe as well. And at the start, I want to focus on my most viewed tweet on Twitter. Yes, there is this comparison with Apple. That's why the Apple logo is on the thumbnail. It's actually my most viewed tweet, close to 100,000 views, which is more than the most watched video I made here on YouTube. So the Twitter platform should not be understated. Now, if you have time, if you're going on a long flight, you're going on a holiday at the beach and you want to read a good book, I highly suggest you pick this one up. Steve Jobs, a biography by Walter Isaacson. Yes, it's a very, very thick book, but if you have lots of time, why not pick this one up? It goes over everything that you might or might not have known about the genius behind Steve Jobs. Again, if you have read that book, do share your thoughts down in the comments below. If you enjoy this type of videos, leave it a thumbs up, subscribe if you have not, I would really appreciate that. And if you want to support me even further, do check out the link down in the description and in the pinned comment to get the top 10 best stocks to buy now, or go to fool.com/couchinvestor. So, my most viewed tweet goes like this. In 2007, the iPhone 8GB was released for $599. Apple quickly reduced the price by $200. Of course, anger followed, and Steve Jobs issued an apology and $100 credits for Apple stuff. Why did they do this? Well, Apple lowered the price of the iPhone because it wants to make lots more money by selling boatloads of them during Christmas. Again, why? Well, lower price, more volume, more devices in people's hands, and then you lock them in. This was the start of the Apple ecosystem. This was the start of the walled garden. Then, 2008, Apple announced the 199 iPhone 3G. The company plans to make up the difference in revenue with sales volume and with subsidies that wireless carriers will now pay for the right to carry the gadget. Again, this is about lowering prices, making sure that you can get as many devices in people's hands, or in this case, pockets, as possible, because you know you'll make much more money down the road. Then, 2010, the iPad launch used the price anchoring tactic. What is that? Well, displaying $999, as you can see in the picture here below, then announcing that the price will be $499. People were mentally prepared to pay $999, so seeing a $500 discount was an offer they couldn't refuse. They sold 40 million iPads since. Playing around with pricing isn't something new. Now, of course, I know I can already hear the comments down below. Oh, you can't really compare selling cars to selling a phone. Yes, I know this isn't an apples to apples comparison. And yes, I know, apples to apples, talking about Apple. Anyways, the point that I wanted to make here is very, very simple. Playing around with pricing is nothing new. Only short-term thinkers have a problem with this. Yes, of course, in the short term, margins will get hit. But the point of playing around with pricing is all about psychology. It's all about also lowering the price of the product that you're selling, because you know that down the road, you'll make more money because people have that product either in their pocket, or in this case, if it's a car, they have that car in their house. You can sell more things down the road. For Tesla, it's software, it's insurance, maybe something on the energy side as well. And for Apple, well, it's the whole ecosystem, right? The Apple Watch, AirPods, iPad, well, all the fees through the App Store, etc., etc. Again, I think there's a lot to learn from lots of great companies out there. Tesla, in this case, is not reinventing the wheel. Again, sorry, no pun intended here, but it does seem that people are or have an issue with many things that Tesla do these days in the short term, because, well, either, oh, the stock price is going down, or two, they don't really understand what the heck is going on. So I think this was a good example, in my opinion. Now, I'll give you a couple of extra examples that I gave in the previous videos. Companies have been giving products and things away for years and years now, right? Examples, right, with the freemium model. The app is free, you have some in-app purchases, can have a subscription down the road as well. Android, Google, right? They're giving away for free, which is really free, but they're giving it away for free. But again, they make it up through licensing fees, Google Play Store, etc., etc. Fuel companies, they give their cars for free. Why is that? Because you will have to fuel up your tank at their stations. So down the road, they'll make up that money. I'm not saying Tesla will give away their cars for free, but Tesla is also making money through the supercharger network. Again, another one of these options that they have down the road, right? To make up for the lost margins here. So this isn't something new. This has been used for years and years in business. Now that we've got this done, let's go and have a look at what happened with Tesla during the week. So first up, we have the Tesla Made in China weekly insured units. So from the 10th to the 16th, we're at 12,500, which is a big boost from the week prior, with the weekly sales from the week prior, 6,973. Why is that? Because clearly in China, there is a demand problem. Wait, no, that's not the case. Then moving up to the next topic, which is very popular already. So Tesla has reduced the Model Y prices in the United States. So Model Y, all-wheel drive, long range, and performance have all dropped by around $3,000 or so. So after federal EV incentives, the Model Y now officially starts at under $40,000. The Model Y long range starting price is now the cheapest it has been since April 2021. Again, there is a reason for that. It has also reduced the price of the Model 3 in the US, and the rear-wheel drive now starts under $40,000. Here are the changes, around $2,000. Model 3 performance has no changes yet. And then we had a comment coming out of a very, very significant corner of the automaking industry. Ford Farley, so the CEO, says Tesla pricing could start an EV price war. Now, I don't have access to the full article here, but he says here Tesla moves to bolster growth are completely rational and should surprise no one. Price wars are breaking out everywhere. Who is going to blink first? He knows what's going on. Unfortunately, I don't know how Ford will react to it. We already know how big of a hit they are taking on every EV car they are making. But again, Tesla is reducing their prices because they have that flexibility with the margins. Does the competition have that luxury, let's call it? I don't think so. I mean, at least he's aware of what is going on here, which is already a plus compared to all the rest. Up next, and this follows a comment that Elon Musk made during the earnings call, Tesla is not available in every country on this planet. They will be available in more countries in the months, quarters, and years to come. And here we have Tesla has introduced the Model Y rear-wheel drive in Canada for just under 60,000 Canadian dollars. Also, all Model Y rear-wheel drive and Model Y long range all-wheel drive vehicles now qualify for the $5,000 federal EV incentive. The $5,000 comes directly off the purchase price of the vehicle. And after all the price cuts, we finally have an increase here. Model S and Model X prices in the United States have increased by $2,500. Tesla is also now offering 3 years of unlimited free supercharging with any new Model S or X purchase by June 30th. Again, this is about locking people in the ecosystem. And now I want to talk about this right here. Of course, this is SpaceX. I know, I'm fully aware this is SpaceX. But the points I've been making for the last couple of weeks or videos when it comes to Tesla is that although there might come a time that advertising makes sense when the price is low enough that it's affordable for way more people, using their social media channels make way more sense right now. They've got millions and millions of followers and subscribers across all platforms. So why not? I've given the example of the Cybertruck April Fool's video, over 75 million views. And now, Starship flight test on SpaceX channel on YouTube, 8.8 million views streamed 13 hours ago. It's the #1 trending on YouTube. The Twitter live stream has racked up 2.4 million views so far. So they've got reach on social media. Of course, again, I know this is SpaceX and not Tesla, but Tesla has got the reach as well. So use those social media channels to maybe educate the people, to show potential buyers, hey, this is what Tesla is offering. this is what you're getting if you're going with the competition. And it's also free. I mean, why not? And then of course there's no Tesla weekly video if we're not going over Roland or at Piloli on Twitter's tweet. So Tesla sales in European daily reporting markets. We can see here that Q2 has started stronger than Q1. And for the year-over-year comparison, expect a huge jump because last year there were some issues. So yes, maybe the comparison might not be so fair, all things considered. But hey, here Q2 has started pretty well. And to give you more context, this is the top 10 European car markets in 2023 with the BEV and Tesla share. This chart gives a good overview of the size of the markets, their BEV and Tesla market share, and how much growth potential there is. This has been mentioned in the earnings call as well. Stop talking about EV market share, start talking about the overall car auto market share. As you can see here, growth, there's still a very long way to go. And if you look at the European BEV sales with Tesla share, you can see the difference here as well. And now for those that weren't aware, we got a little update here when it comes to federal tax credit for the plug-in electric vehicles. So right now, or before, Rivian, for example, did not get credits and neither did the ID4. I'm happy to see that they are, especially Rivian. I think it would have screwed them over a lot if they didn't get any credit there. So they got not the full one, the partial one, which is the same as the Model 3 standard range rear-wheel drive. And to finish this video off, the chart here, of course, not a pretty picture. As I said last week, we got rejected by the 20 and the 50-day moving average. This time went back much lower because of the earnings. Right now we sit right where we were back at the start of March. Fortunately, the MACD is still bullish, so keep an eye on that. If it's going down even further, turn bearish, and then maybe, who knows, if we're lucky, we're going back to the $100 range. I don't think it's going to happen anytime soon, but you never know. You never know, never say never. So to conclude, this is basically what happened with Tesla this week, and then I hope you understood the point that I wanted to make with the comparison with the price reduction that Apple made at the start of the creation of their ecosystem. Of course, do share your thoughts down in the comments below. If you enjoy this type of videos, leave it a thumbs up, subscribe if you have not, and I see you all in the next one. Bye bye.